Have you ever stayed quiet even when you knew what to say in English? Maybe you thought, what if I say it wrong? Or what if they don't understand me? If this sounds like you, you're not alone. Many English learners know the words, know the grammar, but still feel stuck. Why? Because they overthink. They worry too much about being perfect, and that worry stops them from speaking at all. In this video, we're going to help you stop overthinking and start saying what you really mean. You don't need perfect English to speak with confidence. You just need to be clear, simple, and real. We'll show you how, step by step. So here's a question to think about. How many chances to speak have you missed because you were afraid? It's time to stop waiting and start talking. Let's speak English. Not perfectly, but bravely. Let me tell you a story about my friend Jaden Park. He's from Korea, and today he works as a successful designer for an American company. Every day, he joins meetings in English, shares his creative ideas, and works with people from all over the world. But a few years ago, Jaden's situation was very different. At that time, Jaden could read and write in English very well. He had studied hard for years. He passed all the tests. But when it came to speaking, especially in meetings, he froze. His heart beat fast. His mind was full of questions. What if I say something wrong? What if they laugh at my accent? What if I don't know the right word? So he stayed quiet. He listened, he nodded, but he didn't speak. After meetings, he often typed messages or emails to explain his ideas. He felt frustrated, like his voice was locked inside. One day, his manager noticed and asked him privately, "Jaden, your design work is amazing, but we never hear your voice in meetings. Why?" That simple question opened Jaden's eyes. He realized people weren't looking for perfect English. They just wanted to hear his ideas. So Jaden made a choice. He decided to stop overthinking. He started small, just one short sentence in every meeting. "I agree. That looks good. Here's one idea." He practiced thinking in English, not translating. He didn't worry about grammar, just about being clear. It wasn't easy, but slowly his confidence grew. Now, Jaden shares his thoughts freely, leads projects, and even gives design presentations in English. Not perfect, but real. And because of that, he got a promotion last year. Jaden always says, "Speaking up changed my career," and I believe it changed his life too. Overthinking is one of the biggest things that stops people from speaking English. When you overthink, you don't feel free. You feel blocked. You try to plan every word in your head before you speak. You worry about grammar, pronunciation, sentence structure, and suddenly you say nothing at all. It's like trying to walk while checking every step. You get stuck. The problem is, English is not a math test. It's a tool for communication. People don't want perfect sentences. They want connection. When you speak, you are not being judged. You are being heard. Most native speakers don't even speak perfect English. They make mistakes, change grammar, forget words, and that's okay. So why should you be afraid? Overthinking also kills confidence. Every time you stop yourself from speaking, you send a message to your brain. I'm not good enough. And if you repeat that message every day, you start to believe it. But the truth is, you are better than you think. You know more than you use. and the only way to speak better is to speak more. Instead of thinking, "How do I say this perfectly?" try asking, "How can I say this simply?" Even broken English can build strong connections if it's honest and clear. So, stop waiting for the perfect sentence. Start using the words you already know. Speak to connect, not to impress. That's how real communication begins. Now that we understand why overthinking is such a big problem, let's talk about some simple strategies to help you speak more clearly and confidently. First, remember this: one idea, one sentence. When you're speaking, try not to put too many thoughts into one sentence. Break it down. Keep it simple. For example, instead of saying, "I think that this project should be improved because it's very important to the team and it could help us achieve our goal faster," you can just say, "This project is important for the team. Improving it will help us reach our goal faster." Shorter, clearer, and easier to understand. Another helpful tip is pause before you speak. It might sound strange, but taking a moment to think before you start speaking can actually make your English sound more confident. Instead of rushing to say everything at once, give yourself time to organize your thoughts. Just take a breath. You'll be surprised at how much easier it is to speak clearly when you're calm. And don't forget practice. The more you speak, the easier it will get. Find ways to practice every day. Talk to yourself, repeat sentences, or use language apps where you can practice speaking. Practice doesn't make perfect, but it does make progress. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment to speak. Just speak whenever you can. Finally, listen more than you speak. This might sound a little odd, but listening carefully to native speakers helps you understand how English really works. Pay attention to how they form sentences, how they pause, and how they pronounce words. The more you listen, the more natural your speaking will become. Building confidence in speaking English is all about changing your mindset and facing your fears head on. Many learners are afraid to speak because they're scared of making mistakes. But guess what? Mistakes are normal and they're actually part of the learning process. The more you speak, the more mistakes you'll make. And that's a good thing. Every mistake is an opportunity to learn and improve. One way to build confidence is to embrace imperfection. Instead of worrying about sounding perfect, focus on just getting your message across. If you make a mistake, don't let it stop you. Correct it if you can, but don't let it kill your momentum. Keep going. Remember, the goal is communication, not perfection. Another strategy is to celebrate your small wins. Every time you speak in English, even if it's just a short sentence, you're improving. If you spoke to someone today, that's a victory. If you said something in English that you didn't think you could before, that's a win. Celebrate those moments. They add up over time and give you the motivation to keep going. A great way to get comfortable with speaking is to practice in a safe space. If you don't have anyone to talk to, try practicing with yourself. Look in the mirror and talk about your day or repeat a conversation you heard. This helps you get used to the sound of your own voice in English. Over time, it will feel more natural to speak to others. And lastly, surround yourself with supportive people. Find friends or groups where you can practice speaking without judgment. Whether it's online or in person, being with people who encourage you will make a huge difference in your confidence. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be willing to try. When it comes to speaking English well, consistency is more important than intensity. That means it's better to practice a little every day than to study for hours once a week. Speaking is like exercising a muscle. The more often you use it, the stronger it gets. Even 10 minutes a day can make a big difference over time. Many learners wait until they feel ready to speak, but the truth is, you become ready by doing. If you speak only when you feel confident, you will speak very little. But if you practice regularly, even when you feel nervous or unsure, your confidence will grow naturally. It's just like learning to ride a bike. You can't just watch videos or read books. You have to get on the bike and ride again and again. One helpful method is to set a small daily goal. For example, today I will say 3 sentences in English, or I will record myself for 2 minutes. These small goals help build a habit. They also help you see progress. After 1 week, you'll realize you've spoken more English than ever before, and it didn't feel impossible. Remember, consistency builds trust in yourself. When you show up every day, even in small ways, you're telling yourself, I can do this. Over time, that belief becomes stronger than any fear. Let's take a moment to remember what we've learned today. If you often overthink when speaking English, you're not alone. Many people feel the same way, but there's a way forward. You've learned how overthinking can stop you from speaking, and how simple strategies like short sentences, pausing before speaking, and listening more can make a big difference. You've also seen how building confidence and staying consistent are the keys to real progress. Now I want you to ask yourself, what's one thing I can do today to move forward? Maybe it's speaking 1 sentence out loud. Maybe it's talking to a friend in English. Whatever it is, do it today. Not tomorrow, today. Remember, learning English isn't just about grammar and vocabulary. It's about growing. It's about becoming someone who believes in themselves. Someone who can speak their mind clearly, even when it's scary. Someone who keeps going even when they make mistakes. That someone is you. Here at FluentWay English, we're not just teaching a language. We're building confidence. We're building opportunity. We're changing lives. And we're doing it together, step by step. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs a little encouragement today. You never know. Your support might help someone find their voice too. You've got this. Keep going. Keep growing. And remember, say what you mean with courage and clarity.